Oh, Dylan, I love that this worked for you, but more importantly, we've got a bigger problem now. You've got to nail this networking opportunity. So I'm going to give you the 4 tips that you need to use to absolutely crush this thing. And also, guess what? Get your next one. I'm going to make it even easier for you to get your next networking opportunity. So the first thing that we're going to do is you're going to set this call. And when you get on the call, I want you to say to this person, I am so grateful and I'm going to be very respectful of your time. I've set my clock for 15 minutes. That's all the time that I'm going to take from you today. Right? I want you to be very clear to them that you are not going to abuse their time and 15 minutes is your limit. Of course, confirm, is 15 minutes okay? That I promise you. And then set your timer, because you're invariably going to be talking when 15 minutes hits, and you're very politely going to say, you know what, I need to stop you. I promised you 15 minutes only. We've hit that mark. I can totally wrap up now, or, do you have a minute more? Do not ask any additional questions after that. Finish up whatever you were talking about in that minute and end. Time is such a sign of respect when you're networking like this. This person's willing to get on the phone with you. Be respectful of the time and prove it, okay? Tip number 2, everything you ask them in that, because they're going to give you the answer to the question that you sent, but everything you ask in that 15 minutes is about them and only them. How did they get their job? What do they love about working there? What do they think makes them successful in the job? What do they like most about their job? All questions around them only, okay? Do not ask about the company. Do not ask about other people. You are focusing on them. They took the time to talk to you. You want to learn about them. This is your chance to network and connect. And what better way to connect with somebody than let them talk about themselves? That's a big deal, right? So all of your questions in that 15-minute window are about them. Yes? Okay. Tip number 3. At the end of this networking opportunity, you say to them, this has been super helpful. If there was one person in the company you think I could learn a lot from, would you be willing to introduce me to one? I just would like to have more conversations like this to learn more about the company, so that I can better prepare myself for the day that I hopefully apply for a job. So see, what we're doing there is we're not asking them to introduce us to the hiring manager. We're saying, is there one person you could introduce me to that I could have a really great conversation like I had with this one? Everybody can think of one person in their company, and then that person's going to facilitate the introduction for you. And guess what? Because they're being introduced by somebody who they work with, they're going to say yes. And this is how you keep getting your next one and your next one and your next one. Make sense? It really does work. And then my 4th and final tip actually happens after it's over. I need you to send the thank you email ASAP, as quickly as you possibly can. And here's what's in it. First of all, thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed talking with you about X. I want you to pick one thing they talked about and be specific that you enjoyed talking about that. That shows you were listening the entire time. And then lastly, you're going to put a PS. PS, I found this article or video that really speaks to what you were talking about and I thought you would enjoy it. I want you to go out and find something. Maybe you talked about the industry or the skill set or the project or whatever. Go find something and share it with them. You know how like you see a TikTok that you like and you share that with somebody because you think they'd like it too? This is the same thing. It's called social currency, but you're doing it in the context of, I appreciate your time. I love talking about this with you. Here's something I think you might find useful. It's your way of giving back to them. It's also showing them what you'd be like as a coworker. It's a very positive thing to do, okay? And that's it. Those are the 4 steps that you're going to take to crush this thing, my friend. And the best part is you're going to get your next one after that. And eventually you're going to have enough information and enough connections, and you are going to be able to apply to a job and get an interview there, and then hopefully crush that too, okay? Keep me posted. Keep the questions coming, folks. I'm on this app every day answering your questions. And if you need more help, go and see all the free advice linked to my bio, or just come on over and work with me at workitdaily.com, okay? Good luck. Go get them.